Hey, Kevin, good to see you again. Welcome to the Watchers. We're the Watchers.
Yes, my name is Kevin Marable, and I'm from
And I'm
theblackscript.com.
Victoria Bert, and I'm with Killer Shot Films. And we are here in the very spooky month of October.
Man, this year's flying.
And
It's
I don't know how
flying.
that happened already. We recorded a podcast for the month already, but we wanted to come back and talk about some of our favorite horror films because that is, Killer Shot Films, we produce horror movies. And you and I
Yes,
partnered together to discover a new horror script, which we just optioned. More to come.
yes.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
very exciting. And we got a lot of scripts sent to us, but this one is special, and we optioned it, and so um, we're doing some small tweaks, and we'll have more to report. But
Yeah, I can't wait.
yeah, so but we kept the link open, so we still have submissions if people want to still send us scripts.
We'll drop it in the description down below.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you and I are so like-minded with wanting to hear from new writers and new storytellers and a genuine sheer joy of movies and storytelling. And so we thought
Yeah.
we would talk about our top horror movies that we love. Do you want to go first? You want to start with your first one?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go first, and I'll preface by saying I'm not a big horror film fan, so don't judge me.
I'm not going to
But
judge you. I'm not.
these are some of my
I
favorites.
guarantee by this time next year, you're going to be like, I love horror movies.
Listen, I'm getting into them. I really am. Before I would kind of steer clear from horror films,
Yeah.
but starting to watch them a lot more.
Yeah,
So
they're fantastic. Okay, go ahead. You
yeah.
tell me yours. Your first one.
So, so the first one is more of a
It's
thriller,
okay.
suspense
Yeah.
thriller. But Blink Twice
Oh,
stars Channing
you
Tatum
liked it.
and,
Yeah.
and Zoe Kravitz and Naomi Aki.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a really good movie. The Blackening, which is a horror comedy, I thought that was
Okay. I don't
different.
think I know that one.
It has an all-star cast: Yvonne Orji, Cinqua Walls, Grace Byers, Melvin Gregg, Dwayne Perkins, Jermaine Fowler, Antoinette Robinson, and so many more.
What's it
So many
about?
more. It's kind of like a spoof on horror films.
Okay.
All black friends, they go to a cabin in the
Love
woods.
that. That's a great movie. That's a great horror movie, by the way. Cabin in
Yeah,
the
it
Woods.
is,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's actually my next choice.
Okay.
But it's kind of a comedic spoof on horror films,
Okay.
and it's called the
All right, so I'm gonna
Blackening.
watch it. I'm gonna write it down right now. The Blackening. I don't think I've seen that. You see that? You see how this works? All right. Like you did Blink Twice, and
Blink
those are
twice.
two. All right, let me give you two. Okay. Um.
Hmm.
All right. You said the Blackening, right? Black. Okay.
Yes, the
Okay.
Blackening.
I'm literally gonna watch that tonight. So I think I'm gonna try to go and it's almost impossible. It's like my babies. So
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna start with maybe the one that I've seen most recently, which is Smile. The movie
Hmm.
Smile came out in 2022.
Yes.
Parker Finn,
Hmm.
and it was made from a short. It was first a short, and then he turned it into a feature. And here's what I love about it. I love it because it's not the same old thing. It's a horror movie
Right.
that's and it's also an allegory, right, for mental illness, right? Because most horror movies, most really good ones, are telling you a story about something else, right? And the
Hmm.
scare lives in our own fears about whatever the movie is about. And this one is she crazy? Is she losing her mind? And her mother was mentally ill and suffering from what looked like I think was addictions, and
Hmm.
you know the idea that a demon can crawl into you and make you go insane from the inside, and
Yeah.
you look like you're just losing your mind was just terrifying. Was just terrifying,
Yeah.
and that it can show up in any space that you're in.
Right. Various
Oh my
forms.
god. That movie
Yeah.
just terrified me, and I loved Smile 2. I'm just gonna slip that in. I thought Smile 2 was a great advancing. It advanced on that story. It made it
It did.
bigger, and it
Yeah.
it was fantastic. It was just
Yeah.
such a
So,
new
so,
story idea.
so I'm gonna jump in here and say that I also had Smile 1 and 2
Okay.
listed
Oh, good. Okay, I didn't
as.
look at your list, so I didn't know that.
I'll start by saying that my kids put me on, or one of my kids put me on to Smile.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to watch it, and my son told me that I should definitely check it out. And I think you mentioned it to me as well, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and watch it and follow along.
Yeah.
And I actually happen to have the screenplay of Smile as well. So
You do?
uh,
Did you
I
download a
I
PDF or what did someone say?
did. I downloaded the PDF and I was like, I'm going to follow
I
along
love that. I do that too.
and see how much
Yeah.
of the writing shows up in the film.
Yeah.
And it's almost word for word for the most part.
Such a
And it
great.
drew me in.
Yeah.
It drew me in. And so once I saw Smile 1, I was like, okay, well now I have to watch Smile 2 because I enjoyed Smile 1. Smile 2 has to be just as
Well, it
good.
didn't have to be, but it was, thankfully.
And just off of the brilliant marketing that they've been
Right.
doing, and
Yeah.
the people showing up everywhere with with the creepy smile on their
Yeah.
face. Um,
Well, I didn't see.
it
I
just
honestly didn't catch any of that. I didn't catch. I
really,
didn't catch the. I mean, I saw like the smile, but I didn't know what it was for. And
uh-huh.
I really try to stay clear of trailers as best I can because they
Well,
right.
it wasn't even in the trailers. Like this was something that you just, if you were into pop culture
Yeah. Oh,
or
right.
TV,
That's right. They were like show up at like hockey games and stuff, right?
yes, you could not escape the marketing
Yeah.
for this.
I missed it a little bit. I found
Mhm.
out about it after. I think I saw it. I didn't see the first one in the theaters. I saw the first one,
Oh man,
yeah, streaming. Just
me
because it
too.
like
I
popped
saw,
up, and I was like,
yeah.
oh, it's a horror movie. Oh, okay. Like I'm in.
Mhm,
I'm gonna always try. And I was like, oh my god, this is unbelievable.
mhm,
Yeah. And
mhm.
then so 1 and 2. All right. So I'm gonna give you my second favorite, and I think this is also in order of the most recent, and it's Ari Aster's Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Let
Okay.
me tell you something. That movie, I've seen that movie so many times, and I have spent hours watching documentaries about the
Really?
storytelling, about the cinematography, about the color theory, about the
Mm,
characters, about the myths of the cult, about the
mm,
town. It is such. I have a leather bound copy of that script with
mm.
I mean,
Wow.
I love this movie so much, and it is terrifying.
Especially to have a leather bound copy of the
Yes,
script.
yes. Yeah, hold on. I don't know if it's leather, but hold on. I'm gonna get it. So
Uh,
this is it's not
wow.
leather, it's a hard copy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this A24?
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
why.
you can
Okay.
buy it. And I
Yes.
have this one, I have Witch, and I have Midsommar because I love these movies. These are
Yeah.
very good movies.
Yes.
But
Is it Midsummer or Midsummer? Because I was calling it
I
Midsummer.
pronounce it Midsommar because I think
Okay.
I think it's an O, but I could
Got it.
be
Okay.
being affected. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't think
Well, that I actually enjoyed that film, as weird as it
oh,
was.
so good. It's about
As weird
grief
as
too. It has it's a
yeah,
lot about grief and codependency,
yeah. Hmm.
Have you seen Hereditary?
I have not seen Hereditary, but I've seen Midsummer, and I know A24 films are top notch. So now that I know it's A24, I'm definitely gonna go back and watch
I'm
it.
just gonna give you a few little tips.
Okay.
Don't watch it alone.
Okay. Well
Don't
then,
watch it at
I don't
night.
know. I don't know when I'm gonna watch it then, because most of my movies I watch by
All right, you
myself.
know what? Then go. You be you. Okay.
I watch it during the day
But
when
I'm
it's not as
telling
scary.
you, I have a very close friend of mine who we both love this movie, and we
Mhm.
will get on the phone together and say, "Should we watch Hereditary?" And we will
Mm,
watch it like on our computers, and because we're like, "Oh, did you catch the light?"
yeah.
It's like the Matrix with the color theory of the movie, and
Mm,
fantastic movie.
yeah. I have
Top.
to see it
Yeah.
now.
All right. What's next on your list?
Next on my list would probably be Candyman, but
Oh,
not the original. Even though the original was good,
okay.
it's the remake, directed by Nia DaCosta. It was actually produced by Jordan Peele, Monkey Paw
Yeah.
Productions. It still has Tony Todd in it as Candyman, but then there's also Yahya Abdul Mateen
Mm-hmm.
He's the lead character. Coleman Domingo's in it, and uh, I thought it was a good remake for
So do you
Candyman,
like
and
it better than the original?
I wouldn't say that. I don't think it was a bad film. I think that was it was. I think they did it justice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say. It may not be everybody's favorite, but I didn't. I didn't mind it. Didn't seriously? I didn't mind it. Like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of horror
Yeah.
films, so the
What
ones
did
that
you
I
love
do
about
catch,
it? What did you love about the story?
it's more so the cinematography.
Okay.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I would probably say the main thing that I liked, or the main scene that sticks out to me, is the elevator scene,
Mm.
uh, with the mirrors, and yet when Yaya's looking up, he happens to look up, and then he sees in the mirror reflection it's Tony Todd as Candyman.
Tony Todd, rest in
That
peace.
was great. Yeah, rest
Rest in peace.
definitely,
Rest in peace. He was brilliant.
definitely.
What's next? What do you got? What else?
I do have the Cabin in the Woods.
I
Classic,
can't believe I
classic.
forgot that movie. You know what it
Yeah,
is though? That movie doesn't scare me.
no, and to me,
Yeah.
that's another reason why I watched it.
Yeah.
It was more of like a
Great. It's
suspense
great.
thriller
Yeah.
for me. So those are the kinds of films that I like,
Yeah.
and sometimes we'll classify them as
Oh, it
horror.
is a horror movie,
But
but when I say, well, the reason why I didn't think of it because when I was thinking about this subject, I was thinking, oh, what scared me? Like what movies really scared me? And
mhm.
Cabin,
I feel like a lot of movies that are based in the woods and based in the cabin kind of take from the Cabin in the Woods.
yeah, that movie, used all the tropes of,
Yeah,
you know, uh, most horror movies, and then just turned it on its head. It was so
yeah,
good.
yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
I had to put it on my
Yeah,
list.
that was such a great movie. Okay, I'm gonna go my next one in order of, oh my goodness gracious. Well, I'm gonna do the honorable mention. No. Okay, this one is my next one. Is Sinister. It's from 2012
Oh,
with Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke plays a true crime writer who goes into a house to
mhm,
start investigating some events that have gone on. And he brings his family into the house. And
mm,
it's not good. It's no bueno. It's not
right,
good. And it gets
yeah,
really dark. It gets
mhm,
very frightening. It was written by Scott Derrickson and directed by him. It is honestly, um, it has some really great jump scares. But it's also just terrifying because it's a father and his children are there, and he's a little deceptive to his wife because he knows what went on in the house. So they sort of
mm.
he put them in harm's way. So it's very classic. I don't know how many times you've moved.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
As a kid, it was like every 2 or 3 years I was a military brat.
Yeah.
So
So moving into a new house and all that entails, right?
yes, yeah,
Um, it's pretty terrifying. It's pretty terrifying.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the next one, which is really an honorable mention.
I was gonna say, what's your honorable
Yeah.
mention?
And then I have the final
Okay,
one that's like, okay.
okay.
So my honorable mention is Constantine.
Constantine,
Okay.
Al Pacino, and
No, that's Devil's Advocate. You're thinking. Okay.
you're right.
I'm thinking
But Keanu
Keanu
Reeves is
Reeves,
in
who
this.
is,
Yes. Okay.
in another life, he might have been my husband. Uh, I just adore him.
Uh-huh.
And John Constantine. Well, I saw it in the movie theaters. Uh, I don't think it's a demon story. Have you seen it? Okay, so
No, I don't
it's a
think.
story about a demon hunter, and it's based on a
Okay.
graphic novel, and it's very beautiful, and it's a great story, and it's not technically a horror movie, but it has aspects of it that can be a little terrifying. Like it has some scenes in it with a lot of tension, and there are, I guess it's a horror movie. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's some horrific things that happen, and
Has all the
it's
elements.
fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. Highly
Okay.
recommend. It's entertaining and it's funny, and Keanu is
Yeah.
Keanuing, and
Yeah.
he's got the one-liners, and it's fantastic. And it's got all
Yeah.
this like angel demon stuff going on, and
Right.
um there is a scene with the guy who plays Lucifer, Peter. I'm gonna mess up his last name. I think it's French. Stormare. Please excuse me
Mm,
if I pronounce that incorrectly, which I'm sure I did. That's so clever. Um, One of the best entrances of a character that I've seen on screen. The way he emerges onto the scene,
mm,
and it just has this like Rachel Weisz is in it, and she plays. I don't even want to say who
man,
she plays, but huh?
I was just gonna say, man, I don't think I've seen her in a
Yeah.
while.
Well, she was in
Mhm.
peak form. Um, and then I have Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, you know,
Come on.
that's classic right
Yeah, and
there.
so a lot of
Silence
people
of the
say it's not a
Lambs.
horror, but it's terrifying.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're dealing with a serial
Yeah,
killer, uh,
unrelenting, uncaring.
Anthony Hopkins,
Yeah, and
best performance ever.
all the Oscars. It won all the Oscars. Even though you know how I feel about the Oscars, but it 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 won.
It's
I think it's
it's swept.
yeah, it swept, and I think it's one of the only or very few horror movies that might have ever done that. It won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, and Best
Yeah,
Screenplay.
all the top,
Yeah,
all the
and
best.
if you, I read the books, Harris's books, and this is the only time I've ever thought the movie is better than the book. It pulled out some story plots that the book had in it that were a little deeper that you didn't really even need. So when you started the movie,
Yeah.
it didn't even matter. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that damn movie. I can't tell you, and I still get tense at the end when he's got the goggles on, and she's in the
Hmm.
dark. You know,
Hmm.
um, I think it's just brilliant. I think it's just brilliant.
Nah, it was really
Yeah,
good making cinematography,
everything.
story, excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have one more. Do you have any more left?
mine was really just the Smile 1 and 2, but
Okay,
we
well, we
talked
talked
about
about it. Um,
yeah,
which did you like better, one or two?
one. I would give 1 over 2.
That's tough. That's interesting. Well, one is definitely more
Well,
intimate.
the reason why I say that is obviously I saw Smile 2 not knowing what the premise was. I didn't watch any trailers, so I didn't really know where they were going to go next. So when I turned it on and it was all about the pop star, I kind of wished that it was about something else. I didn't really care for the pop star
Oh, isn't
aspect of
that
it.
interesting? Have you warmed up to that, or have you seen it again?
I did. I mean, I still enjoyed the film. It's still one of my mentions, but I would choose Smile 1 over 2.
See, I think that's an interesting point. The first one, right, is intimate. It's about a therapist, right? It's like,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it's very small in that sense, right?
It
And then
is,
it
but
and then it ran, and then if the demon's goal, right, at the end of Smile 2, and he's like, I've been trying to get to you,
yeah,
right? If the goal was
yeah.
to get the demon wanted to do what it does in front of all the people, as
Hmm.
many people as it could, it had to ramp up, right? Like, and
True.
and I think
Very
they
true.
have to be receptive. They have to be. They're all broken people, essentially, um,
Right.
or people that have emotional scars, right? Like,
Or things that are hidden. You don't
right,
see it in the public,
right,
but behind closed doors, they got a lot going
right.
on.
Because you think about the first character, she
Hmm.
let her mother die, right?
Right. Right.
Um, and that was her secret, and that was her pain, and that was her guilt,
Yeah.
right? And then
Yeah.
in the second character, she was, a bit of a mess, and basically caused the death of the uh, Jack Nicholson's son's character. I can't remember his name. Um,
Oh, I didn't realize that was Jack
you did.
Nicholson's son.
Oh my God! You didn't see
No,
that smile, and he was like,
I
okay,
did, but as you're telling me,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, yeah, he looks just like
yeah.
him.
That movie was crazy good. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed how they ramped it up. I don't know if I could pick one over two or two over one yet, but I liked
Mm.
how they were able to take it to the next level.
And it was original.
Yeah,
I think it's an original story. You don't really see too much of that. So I like to your point. I see where they were going, where they were headed. To me, it could have been something other than pop star.
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Maybe if they were like a public speaker, or somebody that runs a mega church or something. I don't. Who knows?
Mm.
Um, but it's still, you still deal with a large audience, a large following. Technically fans,
Hmm.
and but it's just not the pop
Remember
star
when that
trope.
fan with the skin and was in her house, and that,
Oh,
or when the dancers were in the house,
yeah, that part was
I mean,
crazy.
that
That
you kidding me? You kidding me with that
Yeah,
movie?
that now that was clever, and that was completely original. I do
You
give
got to
it.
give them
I do give.
props. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to give them props. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my last movie that
Mhm.
I would say is The Exorcist.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that to me,
those
1973. I
those movies I steer clear
You
from.
can't
I
get
I do I do remember seeing bits and pieces of it as a kid,
it.
but I was like, nope,
Yeah,
not for
that
me.
movie it won Oscars. It won Oscars.
Yeah,
And
it's a popular movie. People still
it
talk
is
about it.
I've seen the documentary, I've listened to the commentary, I've read about
Yeah.
it, I've read the script. The making of that movie back when practical was the only way it could
Mhm.
really be done, and how they
Mhm.
did that movie, and they used, you know, really classic techniques to make you feel afraid, you know.
Mhm.
Um I can still watch that movie and just be terrified, sitting in full
Yeah.
light. It's so
Yeah.
frightening. And you know, I it's really it because you can watch another movie that's about that kind of thing, demonic possession and stuff like that, or and it
Mhm.
won't be frightening at all because it just is like,
In some cases, it leans on it being like, oh, come on, I don't believe that this could happen. But The Exorcist,
no, 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 it's terrifying. And
yeah,
again, it's not just about, like, there's a lot of discussion about that movie that
mhm,
about the fact that Ellen Burstyn's character was there was stuff going on in the house and the family and the dynamic between the daughter and the father, and if you dig into the story, there's so much undercurrent to her being susceptible to this
mhm,
to this possession,
demon.
and
Mhm,
uh and it's really fascinating. It's really based in some sort of familial thing. And I don't want to tell you because I feel like I don't want to spoil, like, if somebody, God willing,
oh,
hasn't
no,
seen
no,
it.
no, no, this movie has been around for
Yeah,
ages.
I know, but God willing,
Like,
somebody will watch it for the first time. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, I feel like everybody in the world except for me has probably seen this movie, but
You have not seen it?
I've seen it, but not, I don't recollect everything. I
Yeah.
just know, I know the parts that I've seen,
Hmm.
and
Those
so
are the
that's another.
Yeah. Those are not.
That's
Wait,
another.
wait.
Sorry.
No, 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 no. Here's the thing. The parts with her being possessed are terrifying, but those are not the parts to me that are the most frightening. Right? The
Okay,
parts.
so the parts that I
Yeah.
recollect are
No,
the
no, no. Those
yes.
are you know that character when Linda Blair is possessed and she's messing with their minds, and that
Mhm.
old lady's got the voice,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
it's it's on top of the other stuff. It's on top of the addict, and her desperation to try to find out what's wrong with her daughter, and it's escalating,
yeah.
escalating, escalating, and oh God, I all right, I'll say no more. I can only say I think it's such a perfectly made horror movie. And if you think
Yeah.
about
I
when
mean,
it was made,
it's the blueprint for a lot of these horror movies.
absolutely,
It's the blueprint. It is the pinnacle. It's kind of hard to top.
yeah,
I feel like a lot of people replicate,
they try,
opposed to, yeah,
yeah,
making something that's completely original. And not only, I think the ultimate thing that's horrific about it is that it's, which most horror films are, or at least try to be, is based on real events or true
yeah,
events. You know, and so that's the part that makes it scary. And as you're watching it, it's whatever it is in the back of your mind, or psychologically, or what, you're like, this actually happened.
yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.